All right, today we're diving into something I think a lot of us have felt, but maybe couldn't quite put a name to. We're talking about the profound relief of just being anonymous. And we're going to see why slipping into a crowd isn't some antisocial tick, but actually it might be one of the most powerful forms of self-care there is.
I mean, really think about it. Have you ever been in a coffee shop in a new city or just sitting in a busy park and this wave of absolute peace just washes over you? Why does that happen? Because for a moment, nobody knows you. Nobody expects anything from you. You don't have a history or a role to play. You just get to be. It's a surprisingly potent feeling, right?
And this quote it nails it. This isn't just some passing mood. It's a deep psychological need being met. The freedom from being constantly perceived, from having every word and action analyzed by people who know you, that is a genuine form of rest for your brain. It's like it can finally take a deep breath. Okay, so to really appreciate why that freedom feels so good, we kind of have to look at the flip side first. Let's talk about the cost of being known, the hidden toll that our relationships and social connections can take on us day in and day out. And that brings us to this really key concept, emotional labor. Think of your brain like a smartphone. For every single person you know, you're running a little background app. And that app's job is to maintain the specific version of you that they expect to see. And all those apps running 24/7, well, that drains your battery a lot. So what do these roles, these little apps, look like in real life? Well, maybe for your family, you're the strong one. For your friends, you might be the fixer or the good listener, the one who absorbs everyone else's problems. Any of these sound familiar? These aren't just labels, they're performances, and they take real work to maintain. And get this isn't just in your head, it is literally biological. When you're calming down a stressed out friend or trying to be the peacemaker in a tense room, you are using your own nervous system to help regulate theirs. You're absorbing their energy to help them find calm. That process burns real biological fuel, and if you do it long enough, it leads to total burnout. So if being known is the work, then being a stranger, that's the vacation. This is where we find that powerful antidote to all that emotional exhaustion. This is the freedom of anonymity. And here it is, the magic of it, plain and simple. When you're a stranger, the show is over. There's no performance to maintain. There's no judgment to worry about. That constant little voice in the back of your head going, did I say the right thing? What do they think of me? It just goes quiet, finally. There's a great term for this, level 1 trust. It's basically the default social setting in public. You know the rules, be polite, be respectful, but that's it. You don't owe anyone your life story. You don't have to unlock your inner world for them. For a nervous system that's completely overstimulated, that kind of simplicity is incredibly healing. Now, this brings us to a really important mindset shift. Our culture, especially online, can make privacy seem kind of suspicious, right? Like you must be hiding something. But what if we reframed that completely? What if privacy isn't a weakness, but actually a huge source of your personal power and stability? It's because we get two very different things completely mixed up: exposure and intimacy. Culture demands exposure. It tells you to be an open book, that being authentic means sharing every part of yourself with the world. But that is not intimacy. True intimacy is earned. It's when you share your vulnerable self with the few people who have proven they are a safe harbor. Choosing privacy isn't being inauthentic, it's protecting your peace. And I really want you to let this one sink in. In a world that's obsessed with performing our lives for an audience, please remember this. Your growth, your struggles, your healing, they are all 100% valid, even if no one else on earth ever sees it. You don't need a witness for your progress to be real. Okay, so that's all the theory. How do we actually put this into practice? Let's turn this into a really simple experiment, something you can try to actively practice this art of healing anonymity. This is so easy. First, just go somewhere you know you won't run into anyone. A different neighborhood, a park across town. Second, plant yourself in a coffee shop or library, all by yourself. And third, this is the most important part. Put the phone away. Don't document it, don't scroll, just give yourself permission to exist without producing or performing for anyone. And here's the cool bit of brain science behind why this works so well. You have a part of your brain called the amygdala. Think of it as your own personal social threat detector. It's always on, always scanning for judgment, for rejection. When you're truly anonymous and feel safe, that little detector, it finally gets to power down. That feeling of peace you get, That is real neurological rest. So the big takeaway here is this. If anyone has ever called you hard to read or too private, I want you to start thinking of it as a compliment. It's not a character flaw. More often than not, it's a sign that you have a healthy, smart brain that knows how to protect its own energy.
So I'll just leave you with this question to think about. Where's your spot? Your anonymous place to recharge? Is it a certain museum gallery? The back row of a movie theater? A bench in that one park? Finding that place and making time to go there, that isn't about escaping from your life. It's a vital way to stay balanced so you can actually live it.